Okay, it should work right now. Can you hear me, guys? I think it's working right now. Sorry, I don't know why OBS also disabled my mic just by restarting. It's still silent. I mean, I can see the audio working right now. um, Yes, okay. Perfect. Sorry guys. It's good anyway that it was muted because exactly on the beginning and the start of the live stream, my two mobile phones start to ring like crazy here because in Berlin they were doing like a city emergency test and all the phones started to ring and also the city outside was so loud with the sirens. So it was it was very punctual, exactly at the 0 countdown with the live stream. So yeah, so very, very, very punctual. So welcome, guys. Nice to see all of you. It's a very quick live stream, and we gonna, of course, dive a little bit here with the updates with the major coins as usual, as I named them in the title. There, I'm gonna try as much as possible to take, of course, some few requests because, of course, I am tight here with the time. I have just 1 hour, and I need to go for stocks live stream directly after. And of course, I'm very busy right now. And this might be, of course, our last live stream. Maybe tomorrow also I will try, but because of course I'm traveling on Saturday, so Saturday I will not be able to update, of course, and I'm gonna try my best, of course, to update you from my travel guys. But I don't really promise. But you can, of course, join our Discord membership. I will be able there, of course, to update you. So basically, we're gonna dive deeper in those coins right now. We're gonna start, of course, with Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, we're gonna start, of course, on the daily as usual, as we do always. So basically, on the daily, regarding the channeling, which has been, of course, a little bit a long time, we didn't came back to it. So as you can see, regarding our channeling here, we can see that we are exactly again at the top of this corrective wave. And of course, if you remember, I mentioned that we need to break exactly this channel to start to see, of course, a potential of bullish scenario here unfolding toward the upside, right? At least, of course, breaking this as a signal, yeah. Um, and so we're gonna see what's gonna happen, of course, at that time. Basically, on the 1 hour chart or 2 hour chart here, we are looking just before moving directly to the daily. We are looking at the perfect blue box. Okay, the perfect blue box where we are expecting a 1-to-1 fib level, which is not even hit. Plus, yesterday I mentioned that we might still get one more leg high because we might finish here 1-2, and then a potential 3, 4, and a 5 here. Internally, you can see it better. Here we go. 15-minute chart. 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, and a 5. 4 and a 5. Wave 5 might still be continuing here toward the upside, but we gotta be careful. Of course, it might be something else, but be careful with it. I think we still need to finish here an ending diagonal, and then probably we drop down. We gotta be careful in confluence, of course, with our channeling here. Yeah, so this is the channel, and we might drop down. So it might be a little bit fake out here and then dropping down. Maybe it will not succeed from now. So be careful with it as well. All right, let's go back to the daily also to see exactly what scenario is unfolding here on the daily. We have, of course, the main scenario and the main bearish market here as an expanding a flat, of course, wave C. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we have an impulse downward, we call it always bearish market. And I'm talking on the daily. And of course, when you have a setup of 1, 2, it is a potential bearish market, of course, because it's going to be a huge impulse on the daily that it might, of course, take time here until the 67 or 73K for Bitcoin. You are still in 5 waves down and then 3 waves up, potential pressure coming from the channeling top here, and we drop down, especially that the count internally on the 2-hour chart might be finished over there. Another possibility is, of course, the bullish here, a little bit of bullish scenario, is, of course, breaking this channel. By breaking this channel, there is a potential, of course, that this ending diagonal is unfolding, meaning a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for an A, B, and a C. Okay? In this 3 waves A, B, C, you're still finishing exactly the same wave B in an expanding flat. So nothing has changed. Simply a little bit higher prices. That's all. And that we might, of course, unfold again a wave C after it. Okay? Final scenario is more bullish. If you are more bullish in this case, you are looking for this scenario, which is an ending diagonal, huge one, of course, meaning the bull run is not finished yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 5 is an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this case, you still need one more leg down. You cannot finish a wave 4 over there. First, it doesn't really looks nice. Second, it is 5 waves, meaning at least ABC. Third reason is that your perfect fib level for a wave 4 is 100K. Meaning, can still, of course, be potential here that the channel makes a pressure downward and then moving up. Okay, to 100K. From 100K to 100, probably 50K. So these are the possibilities, guys, for Bitcoin. This is what I'm looking for. Highest possibility right now is that we are in the 2-hour chart here. We are very, very close to the 1-to-1 fib level. Honestly, I don't see this as impulsive waves upward, because if we are in several 1-2, it's too much. Like you have 1-2, and then another 1-2, another 1-2, another 1-2, another 1-2. Okay, so that's definitely not possible. Okay, and it doesn't look really nice. So basically what I see here is an A, B, and a C, and I see another A, B, and a C. All of them are impulsive, and you have an X in between. So W, X, and a Y complex structure in double zigzag. Then it's your wave 2, and we might, of course, still dropping downward. So, yep, we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen. Now, don't forget that the possibility to break this is close. If we really break it and we move up, okay, it's not really bearish. Yeah, it's not yet really bearish. Don't forget also that it can be a deeper wave 2. Yeah, so the wave 2 goes to the perfect fib levels. Again with the warning. Okay, we understood it today. I swear it. I understood that you're trying the city warning. All right, sorry guys. So we can see, of course, a potential any other wave 2 here as wave 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. So that those are the possibilities here for wave 2. Okay, guys. Yep, so that's it for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Also, Bitcoin dominance still ranging for a while as expected. Now, of course, we exaggerated a little bit with our zigzag here, but here we go. We're still ranging. It still can be, of course, looking for this area, for Bitcoin dominance. In this case, might be positive for Bitcoin, maybe, and then dropping down. Okay. So this is also a possibility here for the Bitcoin dominance. Of course, we are already impulsive downward. Yeah, so we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a finished impulse here: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. You're looking for something very corrective and continue the drop down. Yep. So that's it for Bitcoin. Okay, guys, let's see a little bit the chat, and then we continue, of course, our list. Rio, hi KG, please update Link and Pepe. So we, if we have time, of course, guys. I don't promise, but if we have time, of course, from the 1-hour chart, once we finish this list, then yes. Warning day here in Germany, yes, it's I don't know what's going on. Yes. can you begin after BTC with FET? Yes, no problem. No problem, Habudi. So, again, Jarek, we can what? Okay. Now, okay, Christopher, hello, hello. Now, no, now we can hear you. Okay, that was before. Are you going to travel to Lebanon again? Well, basically, maybe yes. I will visit probably Lebanon, but it's gonna be also for 2 weeks. Basically, I'm going also to Egypt. Yeah, so I'm a little bit a fan for that place. It's a very relaxing place. Evo D ZIG, okay, KG if BTC drops. What happens to altcoins that we're pumping right now? Again, uh, again, buddy, this question which always I get asked. If of course altcoins or bitcoins move for higher, don't forget that there are scenarios for higher for Bitcoin. You can have this one, you can have even this one. Okay, if the altcoins move in bull run, you have a scenario for Bitcoin. It's there. Okay, so don't put the drop always as an issue. Okay, so the scenario is there for higher. In case the market decides for higher, then Bitcoin can do this as well. Right? If Bitcoin decides to drop down, also the altcoins, every single coin has a drop down scenario. It's not about that they have to converge or but basically if we see the altcoins moving impulsively, you will see Bitcoin moving sideways and in ending diagonal. Very simple. Uxie dot, please, we gonna try, buddy. I don't promise again. So same question. The famous question. Good morning, KG. Can we check JASMY? We can put it as this is MT, definitely. Yes. Hello, MT. How you doing, buddy? So Alfonso, hello. How you doing? Nice to see all of you guys. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's see FET for you also. We started here at 15 minutes. Okay, guys, we have to run a little bit faster so we get time for your special request. Okay, so FET. For FET, of course, we were mentioning yesterday that we gotta be careful also from the bullish and the bearish because they are very, very reversible here in two scenarios. So if we are bullish, this is the main bullish. Okay, if we are bullish, you are in a 1, 2 here. And then you're looking for higher. Okay, so the wave 2 is supposed to be here an ABC, right? It's supposed to be an A, B, and a C. So if we are looking here for a diagonal for a wave C, that can be, of course, still a possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are still, of course, in the blue box and also below the 0.618. And of course, you see the trend still can be continuous here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal for a wave C. Meaning you finish, of course, a wave 2 here as an ABC, and then you continue toward the upside. Breaking this toward the upside, already bullish in W, X, and a Y, which is already there. Okay, so we still need a signal here for FET. Don't forget also the invalidation of bullish is given in the price here, 0.63. And we need to continue for higher here. Now, internally, 15-minute chart. This is okay. This is horrible a little bit. I mean, of course, it can be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but what is the wave 3? It should unfold. You should see a massive wave 3. Therefore, I don't really trust it as triple 1, 2s. You have to be careful from the double zigzag again in a wave X here and dropping down. Plus, you have an impulse. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, we have to be careful with it. So, looking at an impulse exactly from this top, from the trend, is of course a signal that we might move downward. For the bearish, If we are bearish here, you might be in the same scenario. I'm going a little bit bigger time frame to show you what I mean. If we are bearish, you are in a triangle here. Here we go. Meaning you are in an A, B, C, D, and an E. And you drop down in a wave C, bigger one, because you are in A, B, and a C. But this is very, very bearish, but it's still there. They are in confluence right now between bullish and bearish. So you finished exactly the triangle, and with this move, you finished a wave E, and you move right now potentially impulsively. So we gotta be careful. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The scenario is there. Okay, so if the market decides to dump everything, it is there. It can be there, guys. All right, this is for FET between bullish and bearish. Signals, of course, again, signals for the bullish, you want to break this. Signals for bearish, you simply continue down. Currently, the possibility is favoring to the bearish or to the lower prices. But don't forget that you might be in a wave 2 in an ending diagonal. So 3 scenarios here, right? Whether this ending diagonal moving bullish again, whether we continue for higher directly bullish, whether you are very, very bearish. Highest probability, it looks for me this one. Okay? Probably diagonal is still unfolding here. Okay, next one. SUI at 28:40. I have SUI on my list. Here we go. So for SUI, on the 2-hour chart, we have, of course, a double 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correction for a wave 2, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another wave 1. W, X, and a Y can be finished here, of course, as 3 waves, and you move impulsively toward the upside. However, if this does not happen, of course, you have a different scenario here that it might be also a possibility. Can be, of course, a bigger diagonal or leading diagonal unfolding over there. Of course, the target for a wave 4 in this diagonal are exactly in the right place right now, unless, of course, we break it decisively and we break the 0.618. To make sure that we are totally bullish here, you would like to take the parallel taken from the lows to the high, and you would like to see the price breaking this 100% to be bullish. And that means, of course, once you break this, wave 4 is longer than wave 2, and of course, no leading diagonal can be unfolding here. Now, if we move inside it a little bit on the 1-hour chart here, we can see that you might have a 1, 2 and another 1, 2. Now, this can be, of course, a wave 3 as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And then you got another 4 and a 5. But you're still in double 1, 2, meaning 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. So you would like to see, of course, simply continuation toward the upside. Currently, on the lower time frame here, even more on the 15-minute chart, you see, of course, this final impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finishing as ending diagonal, very clear, right? And we might drop down there. Okay, we might drop down. Now, we might be corrective in a wave 4. If we are corrective here in wave 4 and a 5, then okay, we're still bullish. If we drop down directly, we gotta be careful again from a potential ABC, another ABC, and then an X in between, which is your wave 4 here. Corrective. So we gotta be careful with it as well. Both scenarios are still on here between bullish and bearish. Signals to be very bullish here is to seek after a correction and not an impulse downward. On the lower time frame, you don't want to see turning this into an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unless of course it is a deep correction, which can be of course an ABC, but it starts to open the scenario of a very corrective market. Okay, unless you keep of course the correction very tiny and somehow like a very messy and so on, and then you move toward the upside. But if we see a drop, Yeah, we gotta be careful with it. Okay, guys, that's it regarding SOE. Let's see a render. 32 minutes. Okay. Uh, for render. Okay. For render, we have, of course, an impulse wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, and you're looking, of course, for a wave 3 to unfold toward the upside. So far, you have, of course, a potential impulse here can be, of course, a 1, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. However, the wave 4 and the wave 2 are a little bit tricky here, but it can be. Don't forget that this also can represent a zigzag 3 waves upward. Giving higher also can be a possibility, not highest, but can be a possibility, of course, of zigzag here, as of course triangle A, B, C, D, and an E. Wave E finishing upward, and then you move downward. Currently, we are looking at a potential impulse in two phases. It can be an ABC extended as well. It can be your A, B, and a C towards the upside unfolding here. Or it can be, of course, an impulse 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. You want to see continuation towards the upside. Okay. So we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen regarding this. So if you are bullish, you would like to see higher prices. Breaking the trend line taken from the highs here is the first signal. The best signal that you might get is, of course, invalidation of triangle, and then moving, of course, very, very bullish and much more confident here. So the confirmation, I would say, for bullish here is a 4.72. And this will break, of course, any bearish scenario, which it might be your triangle here. And then, yeah, in case it happens, you move down. In case you break it, you simply move for higher. Great. So that's it for render as well. Not bad for render. All right. Yes, so I will try, of course, to do also AVAX. Yeah, I will try empty, but I doubt it because we are already in yeah, in almost 35 minutes, so we gotta move on. So for Ethereum, we were looking, of course, at our double 1 2 here, right? Double 1 2 1 2 and a 1 2 potentially, of course, unfolding again. Yeah, so 1 2 1 2. Now this price here, which it was like very, very sideways, suggests, of course, a potential extended wave 5, meaning transforming this to a 1 2 3 4 and a 5 after 1 2 3 4 extended wave 5. Now this price here is very, very tricky. So if it's gonna keep moving for higher here, knowing that I don't really see a good start for an impulse over there, despite, of course, this move towards the upside, I believe this is a double zigzag again with an X. So you gotta be careful with it. It can be a wave 1, wave 2, and then you drop down. Okay. So I don't see really strong movement here for bullish because it doesn't look like really in a good shape. Okay, despite the high impulses here. Yeah, and it might be, of course, your zigzags. So we gotta be careful with it. You might still even go a little bit higher for a wave 2 here. You still can be in an ABC. You can be, of course, here in a bigger WX and Y because it was supposed that you come to this area as A, B, and a C, expanding flat for a wave 2, finishing, of course, wave 1, wave 2 here. But the market refused it and, of course, wants to stay over there even after finishing 5 waves up here for wave 1. And that means, of course, extension for wave 5 needs, of course, a lot of strength and a lot of energy to catch again. Now, if it gets some energy in this area again and start to unfold something for higher, can be possible, but it might need more time than this. Okay, so it needs a little bit more time. I think even one more low can be taken because this cannot be taken as bullish. You might need to invalidate all of this, like just finish it with one more low and then start bullish again. Okay, this is what it might happen, meaning A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y should be finished here in any way by taking the low in very, very complex structure, and then start to move towards the upside without, of course, getting this area. Yep, so this is what I see for Ethereum. I still see, of course, it's kind of like a mix of strengths and exhaustion. Okay, it's a strength and exhaustion. Yeah, so because of course, I mean, it needed some energy in this area to move really stronger, but the market is forcing it. Yeah, this is the idea. So just doing a live stream and joined right now. Welcome, MG. Nice to see you. Yep, we're gonna see what's gonna happen, but yeah, the scenarios are there for up and downs. So this is regarding Ethereum. I still seek, of course, for one more low at least to invalidate everything and start the bull run directly in a after complex structure there. Of course, Solana is very bullish lately, and we saw, of course, the scenarios here also showing a lot of strength, but even Solana showing more strength than Ethereum. 1 2 1 2 here was supposed to be a wave 2 minimum target, of course, 0.38, after having, of course, a 1 2 3 4 5 leading diagonal wave 1, A, B, and a C. The market showed more greed and more strength, of course, towards the upside, and we saw continuation, meaning potentially the diagonal here has transformed to triple 1 2s, and what you got here is another wave 2 and then another 1 2 3 4 5 starting to unfold towards the upside. So this might be your major wave 3 right now unfolding for higher, but that is a but. We have to be careful. We are exactly in the 1.38, 1.23 fib level taken here from the A directly after the wave 1. Meaning, if you are in a leading diagonal, I know it is very choppy and tricky, but if you are in a leading diagonal 5 waves up, you might have an A, wave A, simply wave A, B, and a C for a wave B, and then wave C downward as an expanding flat, bringing us back exactly at the right place where it should be. Because normally, as a normal market, it should come to this area and then moving towards the upside. Okay. So we gotta be careful. Decisive move for Solana to show strength and that we are very bullish is taking the 1.618. Internally, on the 15-minute chart here, we see that yes, you might still be very corrective here, or at least you are in a 1 2 and then again 3 4 5 towards the upside, which it might be, of course, simply continuation for higher here. With this, by taking the high, of course, by taking this high again, that means, of course, you are not in a wave B expanding flat. You might be, of course, in 1.618 wave 3 here. So, as a signal, you want to take the high. You want to see it broken over there as confirmation, of course, for higher. Decisively, of course, not just like taking the high in few cents, right? Yep. So that it for Solana, showing a lot of strength, even more than Ethereum, honestly. Ethereum still struggling, knowing that it shows strength, but Solana start to move even for higher. So injective performance was also nice lately. We saw also a potential triple 1 2s or potential 1 2 3 4 5, but you can consider also 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 and a 5. So can be double 1 2 as well in a wave 3 4 5 for a wave 3. So you are looking potentially here at least for one more single wave as 1 2 3 4 5, and can be, of course, even a bigger 1 2 still here as 1 2 also 4 and a 5. Okay, this is a bullish, and basically internally on the 15-minute chart, you still, of course, here you have finished potentially an impulse 1 2 3 4 5. Let me check what happened here. I don't like it. It looks like a zigzag. A, B, and a C. But we overshoot it so much. Yeah, it's so much overshooted, unless internally it is finished as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, we're gonna take it like that. All right. So this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well. Right. Or even 1, 2 here. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 interfering. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't like it. So be careful with it. I don't like it. So we gotta be careful because on the 1 hour chart you can be, yeah, you can be in a wave one, A, B, and a C, yeah, and then wave two, and then moving down. Be careful. 1, A, B, and a C expanding flat. You took already the low here, meaning expanding flat 2, and then wave 3 unfolding downward. You gotta be careful with it. And I don't like the last wave. Yeah, it looks not a good thing. So, unless of course we are corrective and you continue simply toward the upside, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, or big 1, 2, big 1, 2, again 4, 5, 4, and a 5. That's it for injective. Very nice price action that you broke any kind of diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because we broke the trend line. It is the only coin that it did it so far. Many are very close to it, including Sui, but yeah, we're gonna see what the reaction is gonna be. Invalidation of your bullish is given at 13.21. All right, next one is SPX6000, 43 minute 30. I'm going to my list, SPX, here we go. All right. 2 hour shot again. Of course, we are impulsive here potentially after an ABC. Blue box hit perfectly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. To the upside. Are we corrective here? Yes, definitely you are corrective. Okay. And that means, of course, you're still looking for higher here. How you know you are corrective? You have A, B, and a C on the 1 hour chart. You see, of course, a very high movement invalidation of any kind of impulse. If you are very corrective, ABC can be a regular flat and then moving for higher. Okay, so we're still looking for higher prices here. So if a wave 2 here, wave 3 finish there, wave 4 impulse, yeah, you hit also the 0.23, can be done and finished probably, but regarding the time, you might still require one more leg, ABC, and then moving down, moving up, sorry. Yep, so this is regarding the bullish. You want to see continuation. Now, be careful, of course. It's not scary. Why? Because if you are in 1, 2, 3, wave 4 here interfered with the zone 1, you don't have any kind of impulsive wave. Unless you want to consider 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Leading diagonal, we gotta be careful, of course, from a wave 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5. This is your bearish scenario. Be careful. I'm gonna mark it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so be careful also from this scenario. If we are in a wave 2 here, after a leading diagonal downward, where are we exactly from it? We are in the perfect fib levels, okay? 0.38. So if this perfect fib level is gonna offer a wave 3 downward, we gotta be very careful. So if we see a retracement here downward, yeah, it might be the things. Plus 2.618, of course, is your target, yeah, from this wave 1, 2. And that means, of course, it might be a perfection for an ABC, all right? For an A here, A, B, and a C, be careful. Because your impulse is not finished. It has to continue for higher. Therefore, here we are currently in a testing area, okay? We gotta be careful. If we don't pass it, we might drop down. Great. That's it for SPX virtuals at 46 minute 30. So for virtuals, of course, we are very bullish here on the daily as well. You are looking at a potential impulse unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 5 still a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. After a WX and a Y, we see, of course, an impulse upward 1, 2. Currently, you hit the perfect targets for a wave 2. And then, of course, in a 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and a potential here finished 3 waves down as well. It can be a WX and a Y. Or it can be something even much more deeper as a diagonal here unfolding as of course wave C, because you are here in A, B, and a C. So you might be in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So the diagonal should be there. Here we go. Okay, so basically you need to break the parallel taken from here to there, and we did not really decisively broke it. So we gotta be careful. Wave 5 can still be given to hit exactly the confluence target here, 1 to 1 fib level in A, B, and a C, and of course to hit those fib levels for wave 2. So be careful with it. Internally on the 1 hour chart, we can see, of course, potential impulse 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. And currently you're finishing a final wave 4 and a 5. And on the 15-minute chart, we can see that this is a corrective wave. It's not impulsive. It is corrective, and you might still looking for higher here. And that because, of course, you have a big wave 1, 2. 1, 2, of course, here 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Yes, finished. And this wave 4 is related to this one. It's gonna be kind of like a finished regular flat because you have a very sharp zigzag timing already finished, and you move towards the upside. Okay, so this is possibilities for virtuals. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna stop the list here. No tau, no BMB, and I'm gonna, of course, take some of your special requests because we have 48 minutes right now. Here we go. So let's start with ONDO first. For ONDO, okay, we broke, of course, the triangle here, or yeah, it's a triangle. We broke it, so you're simply looking for higher here. Okay, so A, B, C, D, and E is, of course, anyway finished. Wave E toward the downside, you take the high of this triangle, confirmation that you move impulsively. You are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. You would like to see, of course, simply higher prices. The next target is given already, of course, in this blue box, 1.5, which it can be, of course, your wave 1, 2, 3, 4 in triangle, and you move for a wave 5 upward. Okay, that's it for ONDO. Let's see link at 49 minute 40. So for link, we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. We got already, of course, a potential wave C or even a potential wave 3 finished after a 1, 2, 3. Currently, wave 4, perfect target is blue zone, hit perfectly, and potentially we have finished a structure in W, X, and a Y here, and we start to move towards the upside. We can remove all of this. We can even see that this is broken as a trend line, and you start to move for higher here. If you dive closer in the 1 hour chart, you can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished, probably here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then you drop a little bit downward. Yep. So these are regarding link, meaning link is not yet finished. This is your wave 4. You're still looking here, of course, for a wave 5. The target for a wave 5 is, of course, 0.618, $39. In a big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It might be extended wave 5 because the wave 3 looks a little bit short. Yeah. When will your course be ready? Can't wait. Zeus, sorry, buddy. Really, I'm very sorry. I try my best. I pushed very hard the last weeks, but this week I had a lot of issues. Like like personal stuff, and it takes a lot of time from me, and also it stressed me out as well. So I'm very sorry that things takes time. So it's gonna take time. And now I'm going for a week in vacation. So just to relax a little bit, come back to the work much more motivated. Yeah. So I'm very sorry, buddy. I understand you, but I will try my best. Yeah. We see a change in the poll here. Would a bull run unfold this week? Finally, we see a decisive answer. 62% says yes. 38% says no. Would it be the opposite as usual? We're gonna see, guys. Let's mark this. Let's remind this. How many votes? 24. Okay. Nice. All right. Don't forget to vote as well, guys, and hit that like button, please, to support the channel. As I told you, it's not easy for me right now. It's a little bit stressful, and I'm struggling a little bit, guys. So I need your support. Don't forget, of course, to support with that like button. Some beautiful words that makes it better for me. Thank you. So let's move for Pepe. 53-minute. Let's see Pepe, guys. So for Pepe, let me check. Do we have a daily? Yes. Here we go. Yep. So for Pepe on the daily, you have finished here an impulse, probably wave A or wave 1. You are in, of course, in a potential triangle here. Can be, of course, an A, B, C, D, and an E. Can be finished, and you look for higher. Okay. However, be careful. This triangle can be also reversed somehow. In case you are in a wave A, you might be in a triangle wave B here, and you move downward. What I mean with it is that you might be here, your triangle as at A, B, C, D, and an E, and you move in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. Why? Because you have 5 waves downward. You gotta be careful from 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is a bearish. So basically, highest possibility right now is somehow a little bit probably moving downward because of 5 waves, but I'm not gonna take it so much. Let me check it on the 2-hour chart. Is it really? No, not really. Not really so dangerous. No. No. This can be, of course, a zigzag finished. Probably for the biggest triangle, which is not reversed, and you might, of course, seek for higher. Currently, you are looking 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. You still want to take the high. It's unfinished impulse here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Sorry, guys, for the sounds. Again, another alarm for the city. I feel myself right now in a war zone. Okay. That's why I need a vacation. All right, guys. So, let's see dot here for dot. Man, this is so annoying. Okay, guys, let me just close the windows. It's too much. Just give me a second. All right, guys, I'm back. So, yep. So basically, we are in dot here. So for dot, I don't like this chart at all. By the way, just to mention, because of course, after having an impulse, it didn't show any really good strengths. It shows simply another very deep impulse and a wave B, and of course, a final ending diagonal here in A, B, and a C. Very ugly one. And then even the movement toward the upside is very weak and not impulsive. I don't see this as an impulse. I see it also as weakness. So you gotta be careful with this one. Therefore, I delisted from the channel, but of course I'm explaining why. Now, internally, if you are in even a diagonal here, I don't see it. A lot of weakness. Even it shows much more likely a kind of like a finished triangle A, B, C, D, and an E, and you move down here again for another correction. That means, do you know what that means, guys? After seeing this, kind of like a potential A, B, and a C here, that means forget about dot to recover. Okay, you might see A, B, and a C here a little bit, and then moving down. Why? Because triangle, of course, is only for wave Bs and not wave 2, and that means there is no impulse here to come back to recover. Okay, and that means for dot is gonna keep ranging just like that. Okay, guys. Let me see the linear. Yeah, exactly. This is what I meant. Just seeing sometimes some spikes. What an ugly thing. So yeah, forget about it. JASMY. All right, for JASMY. So for JASMY, also not really cool in the beginning, seeing of course massive drop. However, it was 3 waves, and it started of course to show something strong as 3 waves up potentially here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But I don't really see it yet as an impulse. It can be of course corrective as well. Now basically here, let me check, as this is a daily. Sorry guys, you can be of course in the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 wave 1 or a wave A, and you're looking here at a wave 2, of course. Blue box hit. Now this is horrible, very complex, deep correction, and now you're still ranging in something a little bit abstract, which it might be of course triangle, and continue the drop in bearish, unless you are in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in bullish. In the bullish scenario, lower time frame, you would like simply to seek after higher prices. Now, this is a very, very long wave 2, right? A long one, because if you are in a wave 1, A, B, and a C here, unfinished, but it's a signal of strength. Now, can it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 somewhere here? Can be, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. However, wave 4 do not alternate with wave 2, which is not nice. Okay, but still can be. But it looks much more for me like 3 waves. Therefore, I'm considering this as kind of like ABC or WX and a Y, and you move for higher. Unless, again, triangle, which is not really nice, meaning wave A. Okay, if triangle, meaning you might seek only after wave C, you drop down after it. Yep, so that it regarding a JASMY 15-minute chart here. Can be, of course, impulsive. Now, let me check. This is a low. Okay, yeah, I mean, it can be like kind of like a 1, 2 here, finished. And it can be, of course, that you are looking for higher here in another impulse. But you need to see, of course, something really decisive there. So you probably have a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then another 1, 2. But I don't like it. When I see a 1, 2, 1, 2 like this, it gives me the impression it's a zigzag correction, which is very impulsive, and we gotta be careful. We might continue downward. So the things are very, very, of course, abstract still for the crypto market, guys. And it is very, very reversible lately, the market, and unstable. So you gotta be careful with it. That is, don't put in front of you the bull run, unless, of course, it is 100% confirmed on some scenario. Finally, AVAX in 1 hour exactly. Very nice. So for AVAX, let's take it from there. AVAX on my list. What is it? AVAX. All right. So this is AVAX here for or Avalanche. On the 2 hour chart, we have 1 ABC wave 2, and then another 1, and then wave 2. Probably we were looking still probably for wave 2, but this did not happen, meaning wave 2, okay, done over there in a very sharp zigzag, A, B, and a C, and you are looking here for a potential 1, 2, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Be careful, of course, from the expanding flat here. Let me tell you what I mean. Expanding flat wave B. Yes, we are in the perfect target for an expanding flat wave B, meaning if we drop down from there, you might be, of course, in a wave B, meaning this correction is not finished yet in an A, B, and a C, and it might, of course, drop for a potential wave 2 or a wave B. So let me check internally if we are here impulsive. Yeah, I don't like it also. Why I don't like it? Because first you have kind of like expanding diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I don't really like it. It's not contracting. Meaning can be something, of course, a complex structure or, yeah. ABC, and then also the same happens here. I don't see a really good impulse upward. What is that impulse? I mean, this is a low. If you are 1, 2 internally, wave 3, 4, and a 5 can be okay. But wave 5 looks even ABC here. Horrible. Yes, horrible. Wave 3 even shorter. If you're counting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3 is the shortest, not allowed. This is kind of corrective. Therefore, if you are corrective upward here, you gotta doubt the main scenario over there. Okay? If all these 1, 2s are corrective and fake, plus this one again, the final, you can see, of course, A, B, and a C. How this can be a wave 1? It has to be an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of them. A, B, C. Therefore, very corrective. We gotta be careful. I don't see this as 1, 2, 1, 2. A, B, C, D, E. A running triangle. Well, can be running triangle A, B, C, D, E, and you move wave C towards the upside, but still make it A, B, and a C here. Meaning corrective. We gotta be careful, okay? Don't fall in the trap, of course, directly, unless, of course, we break the 1.38. Breaking the 1.38 decisively, this is your confirmation that you're not in this scenario of a drop down. Okay, so now, of course, we might get a little bit, maybe exactly the high, a little bit again, like few cents in difference, because you have here several 1, 2s probably. But if you don't see decisive move and continuation, be careful from the drop. Very simple. So it's a testing area again. Okay, red zone. All right, guys, so that was it for today for the major updates for the coins and also for the special request. It's good to have you here. Thank you also for your support, for your likes and your comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.